early, I know, but it's been a while. I want to say hello. Hi! So the quality actually improved because I'm on my main laptop, my main computer anyway, so let me put it this way maybe. So it's away from the door. Hold on, let me close the door really quick. Hello, Yandel Flores! I got some water. And we are ready for some tea. Okay. Much better, right? Okay, let me do this really quick. Can't really see, to be honest. Okay. I know. So the positive news is this computer is on top of where the router is, so of course it's a lot faster versus usually I blog from inside my vanity room, which is a little bit further away, so there's a little bit of glitch. That it has to do with the computer work. Happy 2018 Christmas morning. Hello, Jism A. Love you so much also. Hello, Jingsu Lee. I'm glowing. Yeah, I think it's my light up there that's helping me glow. How am I doing? Benu Sisun Kur. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Hello, Izzy H. Welcome back to the show. Hello, Fung Lei. Jiao M. Hello, DIY Loving, Ortiz Flores, as well as L Beauty. Welcome back, Karen Bull. Hello. Okay, so I got done with everything I had to do today, and so that is why I'm able to get on a little bit earlier, because you already know we always have tea time with Shantae on Saturday. Hello, Tiara Shepherd. Thank you so much for congratulating with the pregnancy. I do appreciate that. I love you also. Jism A. Hello, M. Shikin. Hi. And Kim Che. You love the channel. Thank you so much for loving the channel. I am trying to make it better. I'm still learning, so a lot of comment, a lot of input would be much appreciated. How's the baby? The baby is doing extremely well. Hopefully on time delivery. I hope that, you know, the baby doesn't come out too fast. I kind of want the baby to stay in there for the whole full 40 weeks. It is 2 a.m. here in India. What time is it there? DIY Loving, thank you so much for the dedication. It is 3:32 here. I usually have a live show 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. That's usually the time where I'm most free on a Saturday, so yeah. It's 5 a.m. in Malaysia. Hello? You are an early bird. Hello, Luna Trisha. Welcome to the show. Blah blah, are you having a boy or a girl? Do you guys have a name yet? We're letting the parent name the his parent name the first baby, and then my parent name the second baby, and they're going to take turn. We'll be the one to give the child the American name, or what, you know, he or she will go by. Even after the baby is born, I will not be showing YouTube my child until that child is 6 months to a years old. And even when I show you the child, I'll pretty much give that child a online alias. I will not reveal his or her real name, just in case I don't want people to be able to search up the child or look up where they go to school and all that good jazz. So my private life is to myself. Yes, I do want to share the fact that I am a happy and a proud mom. However, I would much prefer that the child is private in its own way, I guess. Fung am I going to tell you the gender of the baby? Yes, I am going to tell you the gender of the baby. The gender of the baby reveal will be on February 26th. Expect a video then. Also, by the way, guys, I will start uploading video every Tuesday and Friday. So at any time during those days, please don't forget to log in and check out. New video goes out Tuesday and Friday, and on Saturday we do live show. So I have already booked out my schedule and everything is going according to plan. So we are doing well right now. Since I will be doing my gender review on January 26th, I am doing a baby shower on February 9th, and I am hoping to do a meetup in the same time. So if you're in the Boston area, well, I'll give you more info about it. As I get closer and closer to the date, I still have to kind of put the event together. But for the baby shower, I am going to be inviting you, my viewers, if you guys are interested in doing a meetup. And hopefully you can come by to say hello. So yeah. So it's going to be kind of a mass invite party. So I hope to, meet you guys in real life. And you guys will meet the full Mac sisters and the cousins. So yeah. L. Bildy, are you guys going to follow traditional for name, like how you and sister name start with An and the either TH or TR? An is actually the middle name, and yes, I think the parent is actually going to be the one naming our children. So I don't know what they're going to go with, to be very honest. So yeah. Lana Pham, when did I find out I was pregnant? Let me think. I think I wrote that on my calendar, to be honest. Let me look through my calendar because I write down everything. So it was on the 17th, which is crazy because it was on May 17th that the baby was quote unquote conceived, and according to my my pregnancy calendar. And I did not find, I felt weird already by the 5th week of the pregnancy. I mean, I didn't skip my period or anything, I just felt really weird up to that point. But the reason why is like this. So after my wedding, so the 29th we started trying to have a baby, but on May 1st I actually had my period. So I was really disappointed. It was just a bad timing. And then on, I guess after that, my period only lasts for 3 days. But after my period, we continued to try, and according to the doctor, the baby was conceived on the 17th. But I didn't really find out till June something. During June, early June, June 1st-ish was when I found out. But to be very honest, I was quite disappointed because I was actually still getting over the shock. I was actually trying to have a baby, and I felt I felt like I was going to get pregnant right away, but I didn't. I had to actually kind of wait a little. And I think it was early June, June 1st or end of May, that I got my period, that I took the test, and I was like, whoa, this is a joke, right? I was pregnant. I didn't think I was pregnant, but I was. And I think that's when I found out, was in late May, early June. And we didn't tell anybody till August. And after that, we just kind of worked really hard, and I got so busy I just couldn't share the news with anybody. And yeah, definitely a roller coaster, because after I was pregnant, I had the pups. So or what I thought was the pup, but really that was just my body way of fighting off the pregnancy, because my body treat the baby as a virus, because when you've never been pregnant and you're pregnant for the first time, the reason why it was so much harder to conceive a lot of the time is because your body didn't recognize or didn't think that this foreign object is supposed to be in there. And yeah, so after 2 months, my pups, like those red ugly dots that's so super itchy everywhere, it went away, and it felt great. By the 4th month, I was out and about, and I felt fine. I just started working again, and all was well. But now I'm exiting my 8th month. So, yeah. Well, according to my calendar anyways, I'm exiting the last 2 weeks of my 8th month, and I'll be entering my 9th month in January, and like mid-January. So no, it's just like your body treat anything that they didn't think belong as one of that. So yeah. Christmas morning, let's see. I really kept everything under wrapped. Christmas morning, Shantae, I need your advice and opinion. I had a really bad relationship with my mom. We don't talk much. I really want to build a relationship better. Please help me give me advice. To be very honest, I feel like you always go through this fallout with your mother at some point in your life because you feel betrayed. Even my mother and I mean, like, my mother has always been my best friend. I shared everything with her. But along the way, I feel like when she started sharing what I was sharing with her to my dad, because she herself wanted a second opinion, I felt betrayed and I stopped talking to her. And then, you have to understand that your mother is also a woman, and she also, maybe you may think that your behavior is okay or acceptable, but maybe it's causing a rift between her and your father, because maybe she's taking your side and they're fighting and you guys don't know nothing about it. And so I felt kind of betrayed because, like, I confided in her, I told her a few things, and I guess, like, when my dad came at me with it, I thought that my secrets were safe or whatever, but I guess it wasn't, and so we had a fallout. But she's my mother, and I'm always going to love her, so you just come to terms. And a lot of time I feel like when your mother becomes your best friend, she also share a lot of, the marital burden with you, and I felt very pressured. Like, I just couldn't do anything to help, with financial-wise or how she was feeling, and I felt like there's a lot of things that she shared with me that forced me to grow up as a person a little bit too soon. But my mother was lonely, and she confided in me, and so that's why it was different. I mean, I didn't have a normal childhood, technically. I was always an adult in my mother's eye. Oh, mother-in-law. Okay, so, mother-in-law is a different story. I'm gonna tell you now, you're never going to be good enough for her son as a mother-in-law. And all mother will always think that their kid is the best thing in the world and that you're never deserving of them. And it takes time, but also a mother also know that when her son fall in love, that she will no longer be number one in that son's heart, because there's only so much room, because this boy of hers is all grown up, found love of his life, going to start a family, and she's going to fall slowly, out of the number one position, and it's just an adjustment that she has to get used to. They won't openly say that it's that real reason, but consider this. Say that let's say you have like 4 sisters like I do, like you have 5 girls in the family, and you're really close to the second sister. And out of nowhere, you had a fallout because you started getting close to your third sister, and you talk more to her, and so the second sister is going to feel very left out because you used to confide everything in her, but because your schedule clashed or something, she noticed that you hang out with the third sister more, so there'll be somewhat of an envious feeling. And if that can happen within sisters, just imagine someone who is not your blood, your in-law. So a woman is still going to be a woman. I want to be, even I selfishly, like at the beginning of a relationship, I wanted my husband to love me the most, and that no matter how many children that we have together, that I would always be number one in his heart. But as you conceive and you have a baby in your stomach, that change. Like, you change as a person. You no longer want to be first, but that's because the baby is your own flesh and blood. So that's something that you're willing to give up. But you, my girl, is a stranger to this woman's eye. So she, of course, wants to be loved the most, wants to be respected the most, thinks that you're stealing her son. But in the end, if you are a good person and you do your part and you're just patient, because these things take time, you can't expect someone to just accept you right away. It takes some people just take more time to warm up to you, and it's not your fault. It's their flaw. You know, some people can just love everything and everyone, and some people just need a little bit more time. And a way to better your relationship with her, I feel like, is just to show up. Even if it's uncomfortable, I recommend showing up and just putting in the work. Just like come over for dinner more often, help her cook, notice a little thing about her, compliment her, spend some time with her, just like talk to her in the kitchen, joke with her. If you show her that you would love her as your own mother, she's going to turn around and love you the same way. It just takes some time. No, not all mother-in-law are a monster. That's not true. I have a wonderful mother-in-law, to be very honest. So, I mean, I've met other ex-boyfriend's mother, and they're all extremely nice too. So that's not always true with the whole, I don't know. It's just like, okay, how about this, okay? If you improve on your resume, like if you have more to offer, and if you are more comparable to your significant other, if you're on the same level, then it's very hard for any mother-in-law to hate you or your in-law to hate you. For example, like, are you really going to hate this girl if she's a doctor or she's beautiful and she loves your son? No, you're going to think that they're the perfect match. So why not just back up their love with your resume? Like, build your profile, like make it so that your profile or your resume sell itself to where it's easy to love you. How are my in-law? They nice or mean? My in-law are amazing. So yeah. Tiara Shepherd, are you taking a break from social media just to have time with your baby and hubby? I did. I already took a lot of time off, but that's mainly to do with work. Starting February, like after the baby delivery, I will take some time off again, but during this time I have video left over to where like I upload it and it will automatically go live on a certain date and time so that you guys have something to watch while I am away. But definitely, yes, I do have things planned. Luvableviet, what are some lash brand that you recommend? I really don't like lashes with thick lash band, so if you have lashes with thin band, let me know. Luvableviet, have you ever tried eyelash extension? Those are the one with no band and you look like that, a doll all the time. Jinsu Lee, how do you find clothes that fit when you're pregnant? To be very honest, on the first trimester, I went one size up. On the second trimester, I went another size up. On the third semester, I went another size up. And the thing that changed with fashion sense is it has to be comfortable. So remember when you're size 0 or 2, you love stuff that are like super bodycon and like, it doesn't matter if it doesn't feel good on. You just wear it because it makes your body look good, right? Well, as you get pregnant, you start to focus more on the material that you're putting yourself on. So you're going to love cashmere. You're going to love things that are more like, it's not body hugging, it's more like comfortable. I was lucky because during the time I was pregnant, I was working. So a lot of my business professional clothes were a little bit more like loose, I guess. And then I'm at my biggest in the wintertime, so I'm always wearing like great sweater, like I love sweater, and sweater look great on a pregnant person and it feels great on too. And there's so many material and color and you can work with it. The only hard part about shopping for a pregnant person is the coat. The hardest part is the coat. Barely do they ever make any nice looking coat for a pregnant person. Even as a large, it doesn't really close correctly, so yeah. Winnie XO, tip losing weight, please, I love you. Losing weight wise, I would not be able to tell you about that till after I deliver the baby, because then you'll see how fast I lose weight. I was 117 when I got married. I am at 164 now, and so I'm like 47-pound increase. So hopefully I can, like, you know, lose all of that. Caitlin Lee, do you have any craving? No, I like all food still, evenly. I didn't have morning sickness. I think the worst part of pregnancy was just that pups, that itch at night, like all over, and the red ugly spot that looked like measles, oh, or chicken pox. But yeah, it could scar you if you scratch at it, so that was the worst part. But overall, no complaint. I eat everything, so yeah. F. Hassan, I would love if you could make cooking video when you have the time energy. They seem hard to make. F. Hassan, cooking isn't hard, but I feel like if I have to record every step of the way, it would be time consuming. I could cook like 4 or 5 dish within like an hour or an hour and a half. But if I have to stop, measure exactly, and record, and like in that manner, I feel like it would take a really long time just to do one thing at a time, and that would take all day just to prepare a meal, but by that time it's no longer warm. So maybe if I have help, someone just record and then I'll just voice over. I haven't really found the right concept I want to go with for cooking video. That's the reason why I haven't done it. The Smiley 2561, you look very fine, Pride Shante. Thank you. Do you eat salad all the time? Generally, no, I don't eat salad all the time. I actually eat more salad now when I'm pregnant because the baby need green. Catherine Roger, are you consider more plastic surgery? Maybe when I'm fully done with being pregnant. Then yes. Is your stomach stretching a lot? Yes, my stomach is stretching a lot. Will you make a video on baby named Caitlin Lee? No, because I will not be naming my child. The grandparent will be naming the child, so I won't have to deal with that. Miss KT, hi Sean, did you still eat sushi while pregnant? Yes, I still eat sushi while I'm pregnant. On the second trimester, I actually had raw fish. It's fine. My mother said it's fine, so it's fine. And also, I had a lot of oyster, which that's what I was craving for, seafood. And on the third trimester, I went back to the whole just healthy eating. The sushi that I eat now, I eat one that are not like, what is that? Uncooked. As long as your sushi is cooked, you're fine. Did your tattoo on the side change at all? To be very honest, it got a little bit like bigger on this side, but no, I think it'll go back to its old self. Do I get much acne in the pregnancy? Yes, I did. Beginning of the pregnancy, the first 3 months, I got a lot of acne. On the second trimester, the acne went away. On the third trimester, I'm just glowing. Totally hot chick. What am I doing for stretch mark? I am using just body milk butter for my tummy and my body because it feels great. Nancy Lee, what do your parent think about plastic surgery? Love you. Nancy Lee, my parent, doesn't really tell us what to do. They voice their opinion. They always tell us that we're beautiful, we don't need to change, but what we want to do with ourselves is up to us. And so, yeah, I never really asked my parent for permission. I am an adult. It is my money. And so I just kind of like, hey, Mom, I'm thinking about doing this. I don't really talk to my dad and be like, oh, Dad, what do you think? Should I fix my nose? Like, what do you think, dude? No, it doesn't work like that. I kind of go like, oh, hi, Dad, what's up? And he's like, oh, you changed yourself again? I'm like, yeah, I did. What if you don't like the name they choose? To be very honest, Issy, I'm also kind of superstitious. The reason why I let the parent name the child is because they have more life experience. They meet more people. They notice certain names are luckier than others, so that's why I'm letting the parent choose. Which sister is closer to you? Ola, Kamal. To be very honest, all of my sisters are close to me. because Tilia is my second sister. We are like best friend because she's so close in age. She is my partner in crime. Definitely someone I would go to if I kill somebody, because she would probably be the one shoveling. And Lily too. Lily doesn't talk very much, but Lily would probably clean the crime scene. So yeah. And Erica kind of raised her, so she kind of sees me more as a mom, and so I'll always like care for her in a baby way. Confiding her, I don't really talk to her very much. We have this quiet relationship. We don't converse very like secrets or anything, because again, I see myself as more of a mom position to Erica, and Stephanie see me more as the father, if anything, in the family, because I've always been very hard on her as a child, and so she has certain fear for me. She's getting over that fear, and she's opening up, but I can definitely understand. Like it's hard to explain a relationship one by one, because you know, you don't have the same family as I do, and you don't see your parent or treat your parent the way that we do, and it's just kind of hard to explain. But relationship wise, every relationship that I have with my sisters, they're special in their own way. No stretch mark yet, and I thought you don't really notice stretch mark until after you deliver the baby. That's when you notice if there's stretch mark or not. So I will let you guys know if I have stretch mark or not. I will do a body update of before pregnancy, during pregnancy, and after pregnancy, and how fast I can go back to my original body, if I can do that. Maria Leal, what cream am I using? I actually have it over here. Hold up. This one. This is the Olate Body Butter. Shyla Boy, it's up to you and your life. I don't personally know you. I don't personally know what your goals are, what your dreams are, what your friends are like, and I personally do not like really like know you, you know, like what your needs and wants are. Pharmacy is great for Lily because in the long run, she she would definitely need that job, you know, way later on the path. Like, she's not hurting for money, so she don't need to work right now, to be very honest. She can just do YouTube and be happy, because you have to understand, some people, they don't have the opportunity to be a guru, so they don't get to travel, they don't get this, they don't get that. So of course, when they graduate from college, they go straight into the working career. Lily is a little more privileged. She has a career already beside having like a 9 to 5 job. She doesn't really need to be a pharmacist. She become a pharmacist first and foremost to make my parent happy. But that is something she can fall back into. Being a pharmacist is her left-hand job. Guru is more like her right-hand job because it makes good money, you know? And if they're all making the same amount of money, it doesn't matter if you can choose this job or that job. But personally, I'm not someone who likes 9 to 5 job, because I like to make other people rich. I like to make myself rich. So I'm a complete entrepreneur at heart. So yeah. And Lily too. She's pretty much like an entrepreneur. So it would make no sense for her to work under anybody. Maybe with all the money she makes on YouTube, and when she's done traveling and having a good time, then maybe she'll open her own little clinic, which is the easiest way to make money afterward. Jinsu, what was your major in college and where'd you go? I went to University of Nebraska, Omaha. My original major was biotech. Well, biochem, so it's a biology major, chem minor, because you go for a biochem major, you automatically have a bio major, chem minor, if you go for a biotech or biochem. But the problem with that is there's no graduate program, so you're kind of screwed. But they didn't tell me that. They never told me that entering college, and I'm glad, because you know what? Because when I found out I didn't have a graduate, I would not be able to get this in a master degree or whatever. I'm like, I don't even need this. What am I even doing college for? So I dropped out. My Shang, a little personal, but knowing Asian and eastern side of the world, marry 1 to 2 wife, what do you think of it? My Shang, we don't live in that area. In Vietnam or anywhere else, if you want to have 1 or 2 wives, that's up to you, but it's not my piece of cake, it's not my piece of man, so that's not going to happen. It's either me or the coffin. Gonzalez, do you think a life isn't fulfilled with children? Do you think that life isn't fulfilled with children? My parents tell me the whole time that I should have children right after I marry. I'm just not sure if I can be a great mother. Kim Gonzalez, I honestly understand this feeling. I am a workaholic, and I've babysat all my life. I know that if I wanted to be a mother, I can be a good mother, but originally, I am someone who would prefer to build an empire and have a whole bunch of, like, adopted children. I didn't really care about marriage, and so me as a person, it didn't matter to me if I were to have a child of my own or not. But after I met my husband, that concept changed, because I do want to see what our children would look like. It's not going to stop me from adopting. I do plan to adopt still, because ultimately I do want to own an orphanage or have one under my name in Vietnam somewhere and really help out, you know, back there. Would I go vegan one day? Catherine Roger. No, I like meat too much. Okay, let me just tell you this, okay? If you want to be a vegan, cool. I like my meat. You know why? Because now I still got all my teeth, so I can still eat. When I'm old and toothless, when I have to eat, like, vegetable all the time, at least I can be like, damn, I remember that prime rib, that was real good back in the day, my body can still digest. My body will get to the point to where I won't be able to eat any of my favorite food anymore, so why not enjoy it while I can? Like, Virginia Vale, what is your favorite medical treatment to get done? Lip laser. Okay, my favorite so far would have to be mandible Botox. I definitely would get that again. I freaking love it, because I naturally have a sharp face, and the only problem why I have sometimes it gets bigger on the two side is because I talk too much and I eat too much. My munching is the problem, so because I chew a little bit too much and I eat all the time because I have great metabolism, my muscle here, my jaw muscle, it really, like, bulk up and I look like I have a square face, but really I have a pointy face. So great natural bone structure, it's already there. And so when I have mandible Botox, everything just shrink. Oh yeah. And I have a small face again. So mandible Botox, it's my must-have go-to. I would rather spend money on that than anything else. L Beauty, yes, Talia is an engineer, and Erica is going to school just fine in Boston. She will be transferring to BU very soon, and she wants to be a dermatologist. That's going to be very expensive, but we will manage. Theme for the nursery. The nursery, I will make a video on it for my before and after, so please wait on that. What time is it at your place? It's 20:01 here, so it is, wow, holy crap, it's late in your area. Oh no, it's only 9 something, right? No, it's 8 something in your area. It is 4:02 here, so 16:02. Thank you for sharing that, Ola. Yes, and I'm going to believe in her, but just in case she doesn't change her mind, she can always be a broker, because I need an accountant and a broker more than a dermatologist. But if it makes her happy, I will let her go for it. Do I still wear bikini while pregnant? Yes, I do. I find my bump quite sexy. So, do I still wear lingerie around the house? Hell yes. Here's what you don't understand, okay? When you're comfortable in your own skin, it isn't the curve that make you feel sexy. It's you that make you feel sexy. You're well put together, you're clean, you're confident, you're quirky, you're sassy, you're flirty. It doesn't matter if there's a bump there. I mean, I still get hit on every freaking day in the street with a bump. They still follow me around, stalk me. It's actually quite scary. I still have to carry pepper spray. So, no. My confidence is doing just fine. The baby bump does not stop people. People here are just thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. Kim Gonzalez, what is my future plan after having this baby? Work on the next one. I'm just gonna get them all out. Sonia Hernandez, yes. I can't work out for the first 60 days. So after 60 days, I will start having workout video. I actually have on my calendar already when I can start working out because I have to talk to my doctor. Okay, so starting March is when I'll start uploading my post-pregnancy video. And in April is when I'll start my workout video upload. So yeah. So I'll do a lot of like my diet routine, my everyday routine, blah 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 routine, blah 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 routine. I'm that like on point with my scheduling. What to use for my brows? For this brows, I am using Le Crayon Kohl by Lancome. ACH, darling, how do you move the hair down there with the bump? I'm 23 weeks now and having problem moving hair down there. Issy, darling, I need you to just shower with your husband because I still shower with my husband. Someone has to rub my back and like scrub my back for me. And I completely understand. I think at 23 week, I remember my first memory. I was like, okay, I cannot see my vagina. So I'm like, babe, I want to shave my vagina, but I can't see it. So my husband shaved my vagina for me. Yeah. You're married. It's okay. You can ask him to shave your vagina. I mean, God knows what kind of adult act you are already doing with him to have that baby. So why be shy now? My husband still does it for me now. So I just kind of chill, sit back, and he just does it for me. Natural birth, no epidural. Lena Cow. I mean, you're married. What is there to be ashamed of? Okay, wait until you're 30-something week, okay? You're going to piss yourself, okay? You're going to sneeze and you're going to piss yourself. Your bladder, girl, gone, okay? At 34 week, I sneeze, I cough, and I would just piss myself. And sometimes I'm thinking about wearing an adult diaper because I might not make it to the bathroom because at 30-something week, girl, getting out of bed, it's a struggle, okay? I have a very bad back and this baby is very heavy. Okay? And when you have to pee like 4 to 5 times a night, Jesus Christ. Help both of us. Yeah, no. No, Totally hot chick. I had my husband shave my vagina a week or so before my due date. I feel so much better when I gave birth naturally. That's why a lot of people tell me that, you know, it's better to give birth naturally. You bounce back faster. That is what I want. So, yes. My husband, he plucked my armpit. He shaved my vagina for me. He put on my socks now. Like, okay, at 30 week, it's so hard to put on shoes. And when I drop something, I literally look at it and I'm like, do I really need this? So, yeah. And don't carry anything heavy and don't reach because that's how the umbilical cord get caught into the baby's neck. So yeah, reduce your walking. At 34 week, it's so hard to walk the stairs, get inside your car or whatever, because your vaginal wall, like the pelvis area, it's starting to open. The birth canal, pretty much, that area, it's starting to shift, so the baby feels super heavy down there. I don't wear heel. I think after the first trimester, I stopped wearing heel. I just can't. I have a bad back. I'm old. So no, I'm not gonna, no, I don't need heel. I'm not a model mom. I'm just a mom. You know, Tom's, Uggs, and like Sperry's saved my life. Less lacing, even better. Next baby, I'm gonna be wearing meals and slippers and those backless slippers. So I'm gonna invest on more comfortable shoes since my pregnancy. I've saved more money because I didn't need to go shopping, and everything that I buy can be reworn over and over again, because you know how like when you have a closet full of like going out clothes, you only own like maybe 1 or 2 like really ugly home clothes that nobody gets to see you in, but they're super comfortable, but you wear it all the time and it's the most hideous thing in the world. Yeah, no, I have lots of those comfortable clothes now, but they look good, like really good. So yeah, pregnancy has been good for me and my fashion trend. I have invested in a lot of comfortable and durable clothes. Do I still drive while being this stage of pregnancy, or is it too difficult? Sharon and moi, I still drive. Like, it doesn't hurt me or anything. I drive an SUV. Will I continue to be driving? I try not to, because it's really bad snowing in Boston, and I slipped like more than once already. I haven't fallen, thank God, but I am not going to be going out there. And people in Boston, they drive like freaking idiots. I'm not going to hit or T-bone. I would be gone. So yeah, no. My sister does all the driving for me now. Am I nervous about giving birth? Yes and no. I'm actually more excited to give birth, because here's the thing, okay? We all know giving birth is going to be painful, because no penis weighs 8 pounds 9 ounces, okay? You're going to bleed. It's going to hurt. You can't stop the inevitable. But without this pain, the baby won't come out. So instead of like delaying it, I'm the type to just go, rip it off, just rip it off, take it all off. So I'm definitely looking forward to giving birth to the baby, just because I want to see what the baby look like. So I'm more excited than I am scared. LBB, does Erica steal your clothes now that you guys live together, or do you guys have different style? To be very honest, Erica doesn't really steal my clothes, and it's not stealing if I'm the one that's trying to get her to be more girly. My closet is open to every single one of my sisters. It's not like what you guys think. One of the things that I like to do is I like shopping, but I don't always like to shop for myself. Sometimes like I'll like something because I think my sister will also like it. So that's why I always buy multiple of this, like multiple sizes almost, and multiple color of the same style, because most of my sisters, they like different color. So when they reach for it, I want them to have it there. So I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of clothing. And I don't feel bad when my sister uses it. It's not, a relationship isn't what you think. I don't get mad if my sister wear my clothes. If they look cute, I really enjoy that. I would much prefer Erica to be a little more girly. Remember, Erica is like my child, so do you think I would ever be jealous or be angry? No. And like, if my sister wanted my designer stuff, as long as I take care of it, I don't mind letting them just use it. I mean, when you get older, the whole sharing, it doesn't seem like to be a big problem. I'm in Butterfly Flower 88. I'm from California. I was about 8 centimeter. I think the nurse was pressuring me to get it. You ultimately still have the right to choose. It doesn't matter what people tell me to do. I would just tell them, no, I'm going to get naturally. Leslie C, I am going to be doing a gender reveal on January 26th. So watch out for that video. Oh, by the way, you guys that just joined us, I will be uploading more regularly every Tuesday and Friday. So a new video will always be up within those 2 days. And of course, Saturday we still have time to gossip, chit, and chat. Linda Huân, hi Chit, how's pregnancy life going? Pregnancy is going well. Now that I'm more and more disabled. My husband definitely spoiled me a lot more. Um, I get more food, and people are just a lot nicer to me, I guess, which is nice. Let me turn this down a little bit because it's a little too bright for me right now. Yeah, less light, better. Totally hot chick. People think I'm crazy, but my birth wasn't that painful. The exhaustion was what got to me, and more than the pain. It wasn't half as bad as I assumed to be. I only pushed for 30 minutes. Oh, that is wonderful. That's what I'm hoping too. I'm hoping for an easy, I think the one part that bothered me the most, that scared me the most anyways, would have to be like you don't get to eat once like you arrived at the hospital. That's something that really pissed me the hell off. I'm like, if I'm going to be pushing, let's say some people have like 18 hours of labor, which I'm like, girl, what the hell? But if it hurts, I'm gonna just push and push and push and push and just get the pain done and over with. But yeah, that's something else. I don't know why this lighting is wigging me out, bro. Hold on, let me see if I can turn that off. Not helping. There. No, it's not that. What is it? Leslie C, is there a reason why I do not want epidural? Yes, if they hit a wrong nerve, which anyone can be unlucky, you can be paralyzed forever. I like my feet, thank you. So yeah. I do know what the gender of the baby is. I actually started working on my my work agenda already. I'm telling you, my brain is like a file cabinet. Desiree Mother, if I have one wish, what would you ask for? I would ask for healthy, smart, and good children. Kale, let me scroll back up there. Kale, did you grow up Catholic or were you converted? I noticed your wedding was very beautiful in a Catholic church. Yes, I am a convert. I was born and raised as a Buddhist, and I converted after I got married. There you go. Perfect. I do get a lot of pregnancy brain during my like I'm getting it now. Yes, pregnancy brain is real. Ola Kamala, you didn't have a honeymoon, right? Yep, I did not have a honeymoon because work was a little bit too hectic, and we both decided that we didn't need a honeymoon and we can have a later honeymoon. Maria Lil, if you want easy birth, try to start exercising now. Walk around, it will help a lot. Yes, I do walk around quite a lot. Do you have false contraction? No, I don't have any false contraction yet. Is Poi 05. Do I still dance? I do dance. Not like, like choreographic, but I do the, I still get down. I still try to seduce my husband, Like I said, I am the same person except pregnant. And I eat more. And I sleep more. And have more emotional meltdown. I guess I'm not really the same person, am I? Oh well. Issy did you get the craving to clean the whole house already? Like wash all the baby clothes and such? Issy, I have already done that. Jinsu, what is pregnancy brain? Pregnancy brain is, let's say I would be talking to you about something, and out of nowhere, it just goes away, and you're like, what were we talking about? Or like, I would have my keys in my hand. I would go around looking for my keys. Pregnancy brain. Or like when my husband and I would be talking about something, and or I'm just like reading something, he talks to me, and I'm like, what were you saying? Like, you're just not as fast. How many children do I want, Kale? I want 6, but I'll be okay with 4. How far along am I? I am at 33 weeks right now. Sealand, hi Shante, thanks for doing these live chat again. I try my very best to do what I can. Jinsu, what's your work? Let's see. I am a realtor. That is my left-hand job. And my right-hand job is I work with my husband family in the family business. And so in that company, I do a lot of things. So I can't really even give myself a title because I wouldn't know what to call it. Because I handle the client, I show the place, I do their paperwork, I represent legal issue, I take care of the booking. So there's just a little bit too much that I do that for me to give me an actual job. I need a mom blog. I do, don't I? I definitely need a mom blog. What is the age range you want between your children? 1 year apart. So, you know, I just want them really close to one another. How did my parent react to my pregnancy? My Nang Yang. My parent was fine. I mean, I'm married. They don't care. They want grandchildren. The only reason why I got married was because they were pressuring me to have grandchildren. Lê Đăng Huỳnh, chị có thích sống ở Boston nhiều hơn khi chị sống ở Omaha không? Thật sự rằng là chị thích sống ở Omaha tại vì thứ nhất nhà cửa rẻ hơn, đồ ăn rẻ hơn và cái the money stretch further. And nó có nhiều privacy hơn. Boston, it's a smaller city. So like everybody is very nosy. They're all into your business, and it's very hard to have land, like khó để mà mua cái nhà mà có nhiều đất để mà người ta không nhìn vô cửa sổ của mình á. Và những người ở đây họ tôi thấy rằng là họ rất là nhiều chuyện. So everybody try to know everybody, and it's just anywhere where there's có nhiều người về quá là luôn luôn có nhiều chuyện. So I'm more of a leave me the hell alone kind of person, and you know, and những người ở đây họ không biết lái xe. In my opinion, họ quá ẩu tả. And người Việt ở đây họ không có khác nhiều. Nào mà tôi không nói thể tốt nhất là đừng nói về chuyện này, tốt nhất. Nhưng mà mình biết mà Việt Nam giống như là chuột á, họ không có hở dơ giấy quá. And I'm too Americanized, and so it's different. If my job allow me to live in Omaha, I would much prefer living in the country more than living in the city. And if you don't know Boston, cái đường ở Boston rất là nhỏ, rất là khó lái, mà người ta còn it's not a city to raise a family. No, I was born in Vietnam. I was raised in Nebraska. I settled here in Boston after meeting my husband. I would say so too. I like living in the, middle ground more than the East Coast. But the one thing that the East Coast does do for you is it makes you more ambitious. It makes you work harder. It definitely makes you sharper. So in Nebraska, it was easy to be the biggest fish in the pond. In Boston, you have to work harder to be the biggest fish in the ocean, which, you know, it's a lot more work, which to me, I'm not afraid of hard work. I enjoy that. When it comes to nếu mà nói về opportunity, hay là nếu mà nói về um, sự sự competitiveness thì tôi thích Boston hơn, tại vì Nebraska nó hơi like laid back. People, they are okay with a certain way of life, and you know, you are taught to just make do with what you have, and it's great. It's great, but that's great for when you want to raise a family, when you want to settle down. And Nebraskan people they're so nice. There's nothing I can say bad about Nebraska, you know? And the food portion is huge. You get more bang for your buck. And it's, you know, it's more me. But definitely the entrepreneurship side of me definitely prefer Boston more, because I like the competitiveness. I like people who are go-getter. I like to join in the competition. Leslie C, I heard it's especially cold this winter on the East Coast. Yes, it is extremely cold this winter. Joanne 3456, how much weight have you gained since the pregnancy? 47 pounds. Kêu quê của chị ở đâu vậy? Thật ra quê của chị là ở Bắc Ninh, Từ Sơn. So in Hà Nội. But chị được đẻ ra ở Đà Nẵng, Việt Nam. So I guess like sinh ra Đà Nẵng, Việt Nam. So technically it's more like Quảng Nam, but gia đình chị là ở Hà Nội tất cả. Slowly they have migrated to Đà Lạt as well as Hải Phòng and Saigon. But when I go back, I generally spend a lot of my time with bên ngoại thì ở bên Đà Nẵng nhiều hơn. But I'm so much more closer to my extended family ở Hà Nội. Yu Buni, do you also participate in postpartum confinement? Yes, I will be. You look, Ola Kamal, you don't look like a woman who's pregnant for the first time. Like, I feel like you know what you're into, unlike most other pregnant girls I know who are super tired and don't even care about their look. Ola Kamal, it's not like that. I'm still a working woman. And if you live in Boston, you would understand that looks, people judge you based on look here. They're kind of shallow and materialistic. So you have to dress how you want to be addressed. So people trust people who are more put together. So that is why I don't have a choice but to be more put together. And secondly, I'm definitely a fashion blogger, so I naturally enjoy looking good. I naturally enjoy the clothing, and it doesn't do the purse or the shoes any justice if you look like complete crap. Because, like, it's hard not to put yourself together, I guess, when you're rocking a Chanel, or you're rocking the red bottoms or the Valentinos or the Jimmy Choo. When you wear those kind of shoes, you love them, you need to dress yourself to something that will match. I mean, you're not going to be wearing a t-shirt and short with your red bottom and a Chanel purse. It's just not going to happen. The outfit looks ridiculous. You look ridiculous. I like fashion. I like clothes. You know, I like trying something new. So it's not that I'm put together, because I'm telling you now, being tired or whatever, that is the first 3 months of the pregnancy. That's why I told you that the first trimester, that was the worst. Like, I let myself go. I was horrible. And then my self-confidence like dropped dramatically, because like when you wake up one day, you're like, what is going on with you, dude? Like, this is the same shirt you've been wearing for like 3 days. When your husband has to remind you, babe, did you take a shower yet? Em đi tắm đi. That's when you know you gotta stop, okay? You gotta stop. So I kind of just like, whoa, stop yourself there. You're pregnant. I'm like, what are you doing? And so I just kind of got myself together, and I didn't wear makeup for the second semester. I was too busy to sit there and put on makeup, of course. And I started feeling like good. Like, I started feeling like myself. The third trimester, that's why I wear makeup more now, is because of how good you feel. But, you know, not everyone goes through the whole what do you call that, morning sickness. I was lucky I didn't have to go through the morning sickness, but definitely no. This is still my first child. Natural Beauty, I'm watching you since 2010. I love you. I watch each video. I'm in Pakistan. Please read my comment. Hello, Natural Beauty. Jinsu Lee, how did I meet Mr. Vu? We were in Vegas. I was there for my cousin bachelorette, and he was there for EDC with his friends, and we met at the hotel party. And that was how things began. We became friends, and then we saw each other again in New York, and so we talked. And he invited me to visit him in Boston, and after that he asked me to be his girlfriend. And after I became his girlfriend, because my work, I can do my work anywhere, I am a YouTube blogger, so he asked me to move in. We moved in with each other, and then that was exactly how our story goes. Stephanie Frame, how did you come up with a theme for your B room? How did I come up with a theme? I kind of just did. I love interior decorating, and at that time, being girly, the theme that I was going with is Marie Antoinette, and she's all about the excessive flower, the tulle, blah blah blah, and so because that was her theme, that's what I went with. Is my beauty vanity room done yet? No, it's changing. It's going to continue to change. It's not done. This is just for now. I've been too busy to work on it, and I haven't been wearing makeup, you know, the first 6 months of my pregnancy. That's why I haven't worked on it. But it will change. By the time like I'm fully done with the vanity room, it will look completely different. It's like even my workroom right now, like my desk, I'm changing this every day. I change a little more. What are the plan for the due date? Oh, what are the plan? What are the plan for the date today? I have a dinner reservation around 6:30 at Chit, one of my favorite restaurant. My go-to restaurant when I want suckling pig. Alexis Saron, do you have any kind of craving for this pregnancy? To be very honest, no. I love all food equally still. What is it, baby? How long were we together? Like 3 years? Joanna Stephen, I swear I learned something from everything you say. I can turn you on, listen while I go about my day. Oh, thank you, Joanna. Jeanette, what advice would you give someone who doesn't know what they want, like not as ambitious? Jeanette, here's the thing. You can't teach someone passion. You can't teach someone. It's like forcing someone to tell. It's like telling someone you have to love something that they don't. Hold on. I don't know what. You know what? I'm going to take this off. What the hell? Damn. It's my screen. My screen is still light as hell. Hold on. Perfect. Oh, whoa. Okay. Alright. This is much better. Okay. Hello, Liseth Moreno. Hi. Oh my god, I'm at work watching this. Hello. I'm gonna be saving this video, so don't worry. Are you scared of giving birth, sushi lover? No, I'm not. Okay, let's go back to Jeanette. What advice would you give someone who doesn't know what they want, like not as ambitious? There's only so much you can say to a person, but you can't force. It's like you can walk the horse to the water, but you can't force the horse to drink the water. Ultimately, it comes down to what they want as a person. You know, like I myself, I struggle all my life, and so my ambition comes from the fact that I don't like going hungry, you know, or I don't like wanting and not being able to have something. So my ambition come from not having enough. I can't tell you from my personal experience how to do something. I can't be like, oh, Jeanette, you should want more out of life because of blah, A, B, or C. You know, it's not something that another person can do for you. It's something you have to find within yourself. It's just like passion. Growing up, I wanted to be a model. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be an architect. But I didn't become any of the three because I have interest in all of them, but my passion is in design. You know, like I'm just super great at it, whether it's interior design, fashion, or just improving anything. Like if I see something, like for example, like you'll see a bottle of water, right? And I'll look at it for a little bit. I'm like, what can I turn this water bottle into? That is my passion. I like to create. You can't, that's not something that you can tell someone, oh, you should do this or you should do that. That is something you define for yourself. It's like really deep in there. And you find your ambition, you find who you are after you have really just sat down there, like really sit yourself down and get to know yourself. Like when was the last time you actually like look inside? Because I feel like in today's world, everyone is so distracted by everything that goes around them. And this invisible, in my opinion, this invisible and unspoken, like, you must be a certain way in order to be successful or to be happy, that people start losing what is it they want, because they're constantly listening to what other people tell them what they should want, or what the social media portray as something that is desirable. Sue, you wanted a pet before, do you still want one, or were you too busy with all your lovely babies? No, I don't want a pet anymore. I wanted a dog before, so the dog can grow up with the baby. However, if I have a dog, someone has to walk the dog. I don't have time to walk the dog. And I don't know if my sister will help me walk the dog. If I can't take care of something, I'm not getting it. The A-Team 87, does the baby kick a lot or keep you up at night? Yes, the baby does. From 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., the baby is awake and very active. I think the baby is doing cartwheel in my stomach. Either that or he or she is practicing Tai Chi, because it's doing this. Or it's playing whack-a-mole with me. So I would feel this kick. And I'm like, oh, great. It's 2 a.m., isn't it? I look at the clock. It's 2 a.m. The baby is up. The baby's like, play with me, mama. And then the baby start poking all over the place. And in order for me to ease the poking, I have to kind of like pet the place wherever it is that the baby is poking. And then the baby get encouraged, you know. Now the baby wants to do the wave. And then now I'm like, oh God, okay, so fine, go to sleep, leave mama alone. And I would have to talk to the baby because the baby won't calm down until I talk to the baby. So I'm looking all kind of crazy. I wake up in the middle of the night and I would like, baby, it's time, mama's tired, you gotta go to sleep. And the baby's like, no, mama. And I'm like, fine. Oh, see? And whenever I talk about the baby responds. It's a very smart baby. And whenever I say something that the baby doesn't agree with, oh, the baby reacts. So yeah, the baby reminds me when to drink water. Every time the baby kick, I know the baby wants something. The baby always wants something. Jinsu advice for college student. A lot of people think that going to college is for getting degrees so you can use that degree in real life. I don't think of it that way. I think going to college, the only thing that you're supposed to learn beside getting that stupid degree, is to find yourself. Because here's one thing that I noticed that's a big problem with the college kids. Kids who go to college for a piece of paper, after they get that piece of paper, they go into this spiral of finding themselves. And a lot of them are lost as hell exiting college because all they did was learn from a book. They have no personal or life experience whatsoever. So I see so many college students that's like dead in the soul. And then when they realize they're so dead, they don't know what to do with their life, and they have this degree that they can't find a job for, then they freak the F out. Then they start going the psychotic, like they'll take on any job, they'll party their life away because they haven't found themselves. So I feel like it's more important than going to college. The one thing I learned I didn't want to be a doctor. I learned I didn't like to deal with death. I learned that there's nothing in that book that can teach me about life that I would need for my real life experience. That's what I learned. And I've found the strength within myself to recognize that I did not need college. So college, it was not a waste of my time, even if I spent a lot of money on it. because it taught me what it is that I didn't need, and I didn't need college. I'm not going to tell you to drop out of college. I'm not, because, you know, some people are better for a 9-to-5 job. Not everyone is born or created to be an entrepreneur. We need every job available, and certain job needs certain training. But I want people to find themselves more. Because after I found myself, everything just kind of fall into place. Does it hurt? Baby girl, kick, chiklubu. Does it hurt when baby kick? Sometimes it's more like, whoa, what you doing there? It's surprising more. I have a internet name or alias I will be using for the baby, but I'm not gonna be telling you guys the baby's real name either, because I do want to make sure that the baby have no choice right now. So I'm giving the baby a choice to be anonymous. Maybe later on the baby don't want you to know who the baby is, or the baby doesn't want to be searched. I don't want you to be able to know where my child's going to school, and I don't want you to know what my child's real name is. I don't want you to stalk my child, because you know what? You never know. Internet is crazy, full of crazy people. Gotta keep my baby safe. So I will give you the internet alias names I will be giving the baby. Kelly, do you ever get into fight argument with your husband? Of course. A relationship with no fights has a lot of secrets. Okay? Remember that. If you and your husband get along extremely well, one or both of you has a lot of secret that y'all don't want to share. Fighting is the only way for you to find out who this person really is. And you can argue with me if you like, but I'm going to tell you now. You find out more about a person when you fight with them or at the end of your relationship rather than when you're dating them, because everybody loves pretending to be who they're not. Everybody's fronting to be this perfect person that they're not. Except when you fight with a person and you're still able to hold their hand and be respectful, you learn so much more and your relationship is so much more stronger. So that's something I do want to advise the future dater of YouTube. Sorry, it's pronounced loved you. You as in love you. Okay. Butterfly Flower 88. Honestly, at the first year of the relationship is called the new marriage bliss. I have already experienced this with my relationship with him. And then the second year of marriage, or relationship, okay? You just fight all the time because this is the make it or break it. And on the third year, if you can reach the third year of your relationship, whether it's dating or marriage, you made it. Remember, I did not do this the traditional way. I moved in with my husband. So I already went through the whole marriage bullshit. That marriage thing, like, you know, when we first moved in, everything was great. We dated, we did all this romantic thing. The second year, we fought like cat and dog. But you know what happened with fighting? You learn about the other person, you learn about yourself, and you learn how to take care of each other and how to deal or find a solution or come to a middle ground. Once the rule has been set, once this like fake happiness go away, then it's acceptance, which is the third year. The third year of being with one another and actually living in the same house is acceptance. Little things don't bother you anymore. You're pretty much like married in the head. So us getting married now, we're happy. We don't fight, and if we do fight, it's not even a big thing because we don't even call it a fight. It's a disagreement. You disagree with your significant other or your husband or your wife, but you're not gonna leave them. The only difference with dating someone seriously and marrying them is now if you marry somebody, they leave with half your shit. So, yeah. So a marriage is when you bet half your stuff that they're not going to leave you. So in a relationship, you can pack up and leave at any time. But when you're married, that's a no-no. the secret TV hosts. How do you keep them? I mean, how can you keep a good guy and make him commit? Because I feel like I make him lose interest so fast. Okay. In my opinion, women have to be some 4 to 5 and crazy to keep a man. Let me explain. Don't just throw me under the train or the bus or whatever you want to call it. When a woman is 4 to 5 in 1 to 10 crazy, let me tell you about this, okay? If a woman is not at least 5 crazy, she's not interesting. You don't want a female who's 6 to 10 crazy because that's psychotic and nobody want to deal with you. But if you're like 1 to 5 crazy, you're fun. This is the fun crazy. Because if a woman is not crazy about you in your relationship, she is not jealous, it's because someone else has her attention, okay? Jealousy is the first thing that make a woman look crazy. That's number 1 crazy. If a woman is at number 1 crazy, at least you understand that she only become number 1 crazy when you overstep your boundaries. Okay, so she become a different person. This person is kind of cute, kind of acceptable. When you push number 2, this is called the stalker crazy. And the stalker crazy is the female that is obsessive about his or her significant other. This is also an AKA devotion, as you would like to sugarcoat it. You know what? I would much rather that my significant other stalk me, because if a person stalks you, they also keep you safe. But in this world, let's use it. Devotion. So, at least when they do this, they are constant. Okay? Now, when a woman is at stage 3 crazy, this is your, if you touch my man, I'm gonna kill you crazy. This is the overprotective, because you're not jealous. Jealous is when you're fighting for something or someone that's not yours. You are territorial. So you're overprotective, which is great. You know what? When a woman becomes this way, she's a confident, like, oh, I'll take no bull crap. So you better know. Don't step into my relationship. So I'm telling you, like, from 1 to 5, you become a different person with every level of crazy you're at. Like, when he first meets you, you are at a 0 crazy. Do you know why? Because you are fake as hell. You're his pussy kitten. You're like, you're le chaton. You're so cute and you're so adorable, you know? Like, you don't show any crazy because he's just a date. You don't care. You're more obsessed about yourself. You want to look cute. You want to be the best. You just want to focus on yourself. So he's looking at you like, oh, this girl, she's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. And then he dates you. And then he liked another girl Instagram picture. I'm going to kill somebody. So now you go with the whole jealousy face. So you're like, babe, I think we need to set some boundaries between us. I don't think this is okay. Do you think it's okay? I don't think it's okay. So now you just give a little bit of an attitude. So, kitten got claw. You're no longer that cute fuzzy kitten that he thought you were, that is all declaw or whatever. And when a kitten got claw, kitten can climb anywhere, up your pants leg, all over your hair. And baby kitten with claw, they're cute. They're real cute, especially when you see them play with certain things. So you yourself transform into another kind of cat. It's a good cat. Everyone loves kitten with some claw, because my girlfriend can fend for herself. Great. Now, kitten become a full-size cat when you got our number 2 crazy. When you're number 2 crazy, the analogy I just gave you, okay, and then you become number 3 crazy. Now you are you're not a teenage cat anymore, you're a full-size cat. And then he continued to like, oh crap, I should really watch my back, because this woman has a lot more to her than what I thought originally. And then God be told, he didn't even know that you're not really a cat. You hit the 3 and the 4 crazy, you're actually a tigress. And then he's like, damn, I have a boss-ass female. She is an alpha female. So he's learning more about you. So now, kitty doesn't just got claw. Kitty got teeth, Kitty got size, Kitty got mass. And every day he will learn to love each and every side of you. Because yes, first and foremost, my husband and he thought I was a high maintenance woman. He adored me so much more when he found out that I was also a tomboy. And then he fell completely in love with me when he realized I'm a businesswoman at heart. Not only that, I am caring, I am loving, I am giving, and I am forgiving. So every little thing, every day, as you date him, more and more, give more of yourself to him. Show him the better side of you as he deserves it. No one deserved the perfect image of you until that person put in some work. Okay? I was so mean to my husband. Like, we were like homeboys. Like, I was pretty mean, okay? It was all about me. Me. It's all about me and how me feel, okay? It's what me want to eat. It's what me wants in my me closet. It's what me feel like. It's when me is ready. It's all about me. After I love or start to fall in love with him and he showed me that he is deserving of my love, it's not about me anymore. It's about us. And now that we're married, it's all about him to me. I put his need first, his wants first. I care about how he feels first. But that's because he's my husband. So when we first got started and dating, it's 100% me. When he put a ring on it, it's 50% me. And now that we're married, he is deserving of all of me. And so I love him. I would put him before I would put myself. And that's how it should work. A person should be deserving of your love and your dedication. Because if you straight out just treat a man extremely well, and there's nothing for him to work for, you're just an easy game to pass. And a guy will get bored with that. He has to earn his keep. And my husband earned his keep, therefore he's going to stay here for a very long time. So, when female be like, I think I'm gonna cook for my boyfriend, I'm like, why? You mean you're gonna go order some food, right? And you're gonna put it on the stove and pretend you cook, right? No, then we cook something for him. Why? Have you ever cooked something for your parent? No? Then why in the hell are you treating this guy better than you treat your parent? So when a female tell me, oh, what should I get for my boyfriend? What did you buy for your parent? How much you spend on your parent? Well, if you're spending this much on your parent, he should get only half of whatever you're spending on this. It's a number game, darling, okay? The person that deserves your love and respect, as well as you spoiling the heck out of them the most, is your parent, your family, and yourself. Him, he is replaceable. Until he put a ring on that, until he put a down payment on you, you don't put any payment on him, okay? So, the smartest thing a woman can do is not need him until he is deserving of your love. I feel like a lot of people will give the best of them out so easily that they always feel like I walk away from every relationship feeling satisfied because I'm like, no, I knew you were faking it, so I'm happy I dumped you. I got whatever I want. Bye. So, when a man deserves your love, and how crappy would it feel if you treated your husband, someone who deserved your love, the same way you treated all your boyfriends or ex-boyfriend? He wouldn't feel very special. You would run out of the special thing to do for him. So, no, that's not gonna work for me. I always have this mentality, like, I'm never going to treat any guy better than I treat my parent until he's my husband. And if he is my husband, then I have to treat him better than any guy I've ever treated. So, that is a concept I'm going with. So, scale it right, and you never feel like you lost out in a relationship. Exactly. Emmy Lay, great advice. What are your thoughts on who should pay in a relationship? Okay. I am not a feminist, okay? If a man is in courting position, he pays for everything. Why? Darling, if he can't afford you, he probably should not be dating you. He should probably focus on his career instead. If you only have $1, would you go into Louboutin trying to buy a bag? No, you wouldn't. I know the female nowadays, like, oh, I believe in 50-50, blah, blah. No, I'm a damn princess. See my crown? My parent gave me it at birth. Until you treat me like a queen, I am not marrying you. And listen why, okay? Listen why. During the time that he courts you, he's going to put 100% of his time on you. If he only put 50% of him trying to court you, that is going to go down to 1% by the time he marry you. So if he doesn't treat you now, before he got into put his hand in the cookie jar, girl, he's not going to treat you very well after the cookie is his. So let big sister teach you something about men. Don't ever let him put his hand in your cookie jar. You know why? Because he's only going to treat you well until he gets the cookie. After a man gets the cookie, then he's going to sit back, he's going to think, is this cookie even worth it? This is how all men think, okay? You may think that, oh, my husband is not like that. He's different. No, darling, he hasn't evolved all that much. A man is still a man. And if a man wants something, a man should work for it. You can be the girl he takes to McDonald's for a date, or you can be someone he takes to a 5-star Michelin to a date kind of girl. You as a woman should never have to lower your standard, lower your way of living to make it fit his pocket. Because just like you don't go into Louboutin with $1, he shouldn't approach you if he couldn't take care of you. Okay? And right now, if he's not smart enough and he's pretending to live outside his mean, and he's going to treat you like a toy anyway, because I'm telling you now, he's going to hit it and quit it, because they will. Remember, in this world, your vagina is just like every other vagina. Okay? It's never really all that great. Okay? You may think you're great at something. Vagina is vagina. Okay? And just like how he put his work on you, he's going to put the same work on someone else. So while he's with you, if he's going to waste your damn time, he better pay for your damn time. So no, if I have a sister, if I have a friend, if I have a cousin, if I have my YouTube sister, if they're going to be like, oh, who should pay in a relationship? Let it be him. Because you know what? You can think, oh, it's so much more empowering when it's 50-50. That's great. You know what they call that? Your friend, okay? Your friend, your man friend don't have to pay for you. You don't have to pay for your man friend. You could if you want to. If you're a boss-ass female, okay, great. You pay for the whole group. That's great. But your man friend don't get in your pants. Your boyfriend might get in your pants. And if you want the cookie, you got to work for the cookie. Some cookie costs more than other. I mean, if he has to go and pay for sex, it costs something, right? It costs something for your leg to spread too. Because ultimately, who's going to hit it and quit it? He will. And you're going to feel cheap. And you're going to be mad that you gave it up for nothing. So no. So the male aren't going to like this video very much. And they're going to call me a gold digger. They're going to call me a whole bunch of names. But you know what? At least I'm someone who's going to say what is right. Because male are too feminine nowadays. They get their feeling hurt. So no. I mean, you're a pretty girl. Why should your time be free? During the time that you go on a date with him, you could be working. You could be focusing on yourself. You could be at a spa, making yourself feel better. But no, you have to put up with him and his bull crap. And during your relationship, he might have made you mad. He might have broke your heart. He might have made you cry. And I'm telling you now, it's going to be worth it after you break up with him and he turned out to be a complete D-bag. And you're going to be like, you know what? I'm not even mad because he paid for everything. It's cool. Whatever. Chung, no, it's not wrong to save yourself from marriage. I actually would really encourage it, because if you don't sleep with anybody, then no one can say anything about you. Shyla, I will save this video, but I'm going to need you guys to all thumbs up, because I know my haters cannot wait to use this topic against me, so yeah. I really do hope you guys enjoy my real talk, though. I mean, you need your daughter to watch you when you get older. No, she just needs to take Shantae 101. Maybe I'll write a book about it. These are things that, you know, no one is going to openly say these things because they want to appear to be a certain way, because social media said, oh, you have to be like this, you have to be like that. No, you don't gotta be a damn thing. You just gotta do what's good for you. Let you do you, boo-boo. That secret TV host, what if I don't see myself pretty? But pretty isn't the only thing that make a man do what he has to do to be with you. There's smart, there's kind. Never focus everything on your look, because if you base who you are and your value as a woman on look, you'll never be happy with yourself, and you'll always undercut your point system. Okay, so I myself have a scale system. So when a woman is pretty, she gets a certain point. When she's smart, she gets a certain point. And for everything that she has on her resume or her profile, take your life as a dating profile. What could you put on it as your selling point? And really think about it. Like, instead of focusing on what you are not or what you feel you are not because of what society put in your head, trust me, I have grown up to think that I was the ugliest girl in the world. I mean, look at me now. I was definitely the ugliest duckling, and even now, some days I look at myself, I'm like this, oh my god, you know, but that's not what a man marry. A man isn't going to marry look. A man marry heart. Look is going to fade. Look is a very poor investment, okay? If a man only marry you for your look, best believe he, one, has all the money, and two, find you replaceable, because someone will always be more beautiful than you as you age. And darling, that's going to happen. But what you compete, what put you apart is your soul, your brain, and your heart. That is something he cannot find in another person. That's something you can't replicate. How you can make someone feel about themselves, I call this security. That's what I call it. The sense of security is what sells between a woman. Because, of course, my husband, he can find with who he is. He can definitely find a supermodel, a beauty queen, or something, because he definitely do not need, you know, a smart woman. He's someone who he can have a beautiful woman, a more beautiful woman if he wanted to, but he's with me. I don't consider myself like extremely beautiful. I'm easy on the eyes. Someday, yes, you know, sometimes I go from, I'm a 1 daily and I'm a 10 or 11 on the weekend. Every other 3 weekends, so every 3 weeks I look like a 10. Usually on weekday I look like a 1, to where you're like, oh, what the hell? It happens, you know. I'm never like, I wish I could be a 5 or a 6 normally, but I'm just not. I'm either a 1 or an 11. I just don't fit well on the scale, you know. It happens. But what set me apart is your personality, okay? A man is going to date and spoil a pretty girl, but he ain't gonna marry her if she's a complete psycho bitch, okay? He's going to marry someone that his mother is going to approve of. And someone who makes him feel good about himself, someone who compliment him, someone who help him raise his children, someone who will make a good mother. And if she's hot, great. If she's not, whatever. But here's the thing about love. Once you fall in love with someone, they become the most beautiful person to you. Their flaws, everything that they hate about themselves, I swear to God, it doesn't exist in his eyes. Like, someday I wake up feeling so hideous and I can see it in my husband's eye. He just look at me, he would tell me how beautiful I am. And all of the self-doubt, all of these negative self-image instilled upon me from social media and what people tell me I have to be, how I have to look in order to be beautiful, it evaporates into thin air and it no longer matters. Your distorted self-image, it came from the social media. In this world, people are so overly photoshopped that you feel that if you don't look like them, you're ugly. That's not true. There's no such thing as an ugly woman. Just because you don't feel you're skinny enough does not mean you're not skinny. Just because you don't feel you're pretty enough does not mean you're not pretty. How you feel about yourself, it isn't just you. You know, that distorted self-image is just like a bulimic person who's looked at themselves in the mirror and continue to see fat. If we treat how we see ourselves like us having bulimia, I feel like people will get more treatment. Like, there need to be a treatment for people with distorted self-image. They just haven't diagnosed such thing yet. So I accept that I'm not perfect. I accept I'm not the prettiest. I accept I'm not the tallest. I accept I'm not the smartest. And because I accept my flaws, I also know where I stand. Instead of focusing so heavily on these flaws I have, I focus on what I can contribute. Focus on your strong point instead. Because if your strong point is really, really strong, your flaws, it no longer matter. Boosh. So, no, it has never been, looks, believe it or not, has never been what defined who I am. It's not what makes me feel confident. Like, when I was super young, that's what gets me going when people compliment me. But when you realize that you only get complimented when you put on makeup, then you question yourself, like, am I ugly without makeup? And then you find this other person that tell you you're beautiful when you have no makeup on, and that makes you feel so good about yourself. Everything that you think is wrong with you, it changes. I get more of a high when someone tells me I'm beautiful when I have no makeup on, when I look like a mess. And people do that. You know, there are good people out there. You need to not be so cheap with your compliment, because your compliment, it can make someone else's day. Like, if someone has really nice shoes or really nice hair, compliment is free. Give it out, man. Sprinkle that on everything. Giving someone a compliment, it doesn't make you less beautiful, you know? It doesn't. People think that if I compliment another girl, it means that I don't think I'm beautiful. No, darling, that is not how it works. You can acknowledge what is beautiful without having to question your own beauty. Like, if I see a beautiful girl, I'm like, oh my god, you are really beautiful. Like, I love your freaking hair. What is your shampoo secret? And she's like, oh my god, I hated my hair, but now that you say that, and I feel good about myself, like, I just got a haircut. Like, everyone is going through their own personal self-image or self-struggle. Let's make it easy on each other and give a compliment, because it costs nothing to be nice. It costs nothing to just admire. And we live in a world, it's really effed up, but people think that if you compliment another girl, it means you question your own beauty. Like, you are a rose. The other girl is beautiful because she's a tulip. You're comparing apple to pears right now. Maybe you're beautiful because you have amazingly flawless skin. Or, you know, you are really good at singing. Some people may not look easy on the eye, but when they open their mouth, it's like you see their soul. And you're like, wow, that was so beautiful. And their looks no longer matter. So focus what it is that you're good at, and your looks will no longer matter. And people see you for who you are after you show them who you are, rather than dogging on yourself for what the exterior, that make you shallow. That's what make you unattractive. Self-acceptance, that's very attractive. Maria Borsch. If you were unhappy doing a course at school, would you leave and just get a job? I'm really torn right now. Maria, to be very honest, I never, encourage anyone to ever drop out of school. I don't want to be the person to do it. You yourself has to be the one to decide. if it's not for you, if it's not making you happy, you know, that's up to you. Schooling didn't make me feel unhappy. Schooling was just kind of not needed for me. Everyone go to school for a different reason. Everyone quit school for their own different reason. I don't want to be the person that, yes, you should quit school. It's not going to be me, so it's not a great thing to ask me because I can't answer that for you. Jun Cook, Strong Power. I feel like I'm watching a TED Talk. Love your positive vibe. I don't know what a TED Talk is, but okay. Anita, Love Beauty. Did your hair get thicker once you became pregnant? I think the prenatal pill really did help, but the secret? You want to know the secret? If you want to know the secret, you have to wait for the next video, because you can fake thicker hair without extension. And sister will show you how in the next video. Hello Cami, love all the way from the Caribbean. Hello from the Caribbean. Sarah K, what's your thought on not finding anyone you like? I never base my happiness on another person. That's what I want to also address. If you allow another person to be your happiness, without them, they will also cause your unhappiness. Instead, I rather that you direct that positive force inside of you. I swear to God, if you just focus on yourself and you're happy with yourself, everything will fall into place, because nothing is more attractive to a man than a woman who is genuinely herself, and he can see it. He can see it. It's like primal. With my husband, I found him when I wasn't looking, because when I was looking, I had a type that I always scan for, go for, and date. I was positively surprised when I gave him a chance and I dated him. I was so surprised. It was a positive experience, and he is nothing like my dating type at all. So, Princess Angel, how do you become your own happiness? For me, how I found my own happiness was I cut out the excessive people in my life. So I had a group of friends, and I was partying with them. I was always one paying and all of this thing, yet I kind of never felt like I fully belonged, because I always felt like I had to downplay who I was with them in order to not make them feel bad. I had to watch what I say because I didn't want to offend somebody. And they're not really your friend if you can't be yourself. And once I cut out these poisonous people from my life, I was able to really work at my truest potential, and I felt happy. I work on myself. I work on my life. I work on my finance. I work on my relationship with my parent. And once I found that balance in my life, all these negative things that I cut out, like if you were just not good for my vibe, I cut you out. And the more people that I cut out, I did not realize there were so many poisonous people in my life. But once those people were gone, they're like ugly cloud that's covering my sun. Once they were gone, all the cloud lifted, the sun continued to feed my garden, and my garden blossomed. I felt good about myself. I felt like at least I was myself the whole time, and I found people, because they were the dark cloud that made it hard for me to see what was in front of me. They were like foggy on top of that. And once that fog has been lifted, I saw so many other people like me. People who are go-getter, people who are genuinely happy for other people, and people who are ambitious. And I made friends. Real friend, new friend, better friend, friend that I deserve, friend that would clap for me when I win, friend that I can be completely myself with. And life got better. But all of that didn't happen until I cleaned out and purged the poison from my system. It was like I detoxed my life. and life got better. I love life, and life loved me right back. I did what I wanted, when I wanted, I go where I wanted, and I did things however I wanted with people that I genuinely wanted to be around. And that's how I focus my own happiness. I channel in doing things that are good for myself. Yuna Chewy. My boyfriend and I are on a break and I moved out. I love him. He is also asking me bad. Regretted. Do you think I should play cool and make the first move? Yuna Chewy, let me tell you something about this, okay? I don't believe in a relationship where I can walk away from. I could easily pack my bag and leave my husband within the second year of our dating relationship so many times, but I didn't. Did you know why? Because I love him even if he was hurting me. Even what he did hurt. I didn't leave. Because until you can stay in a really hard day, he's not the one for you. He's comfortable. You probably want to go back with him because you live with him, and when you live with one another, you are in the comfort zone. You're not really in love, you can easily leave. And if he has loved you, he would never let you leave. I have packed my bag so many times. I've booked my flight so many times last minute, and he would refuse to let me leave. One of us would just not let each other leave. If you can pack your bag and actually moved out, there's nothing in that relationship for you. It didn't work out the first time. He's not worth the second time. A man doesn't change. I am so sorry to be the one to tell you that. A man does not change. You're gonna trip over the same rock. Fight over the same shit. And you're gonna pack your bag again. Because the hardest time is always the first. Remember everything it took for you to want to break up with him and leave? That was all your energy. And it's always the hardest thing to do when you want to leave the first time. After you've able to done something for the first time, every time after that, it gets easier and easier. So if you can pack your bag and leave now, when things get hard, you're going to leave again. And he's going to let you leave again. Hi Demi, thank you so much for coming to the live show. Jinsu Lee, did your friend ever bitch because you're with your man? Yes, I had fake friend who wanted me to break up with my boyfriend because they knew that I was going on to better thing, and they think I changed, but I just evolve and they stay the same. I cut those people off. Princess Angel, if someone lost your trust and it's hard for you to trust them again, what would you do? Here's the thing. Trust is like a broken glass. Even if you got someone to glue the pieces back together, it doesn't change the fact that the glass broke. You can try to do it the Japanese way and add gold to it. You can design it however you want it, but it doesn't change the fact that it broke. I give chances for people to, do the right thing. I don't cut them from my life, but trust, I don't trust them again. Hello, Carly Beauty, love and light from Paris. Hello, bonjour. I mean, bonne nuit. Let's see. There's an old saying, and it does deem true. What is that? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So, Jinsu Lee, how did your family react when you moved in with your man? To be very honest, at that point of my life, I was financially secure. I was actually helping with the mortgage and whatnot. And I've been helping with the mortgage. I've been an adult, and I've been showing my parent what I was bringing home every month and what I was filing, on my taxes and stuff. What I was making was well beyond their dream. So that's why, like, it was hard to tell an adult to not do what it is that, it was like this. My parent would never think I'm going to grow up, right? They did think that if I were to follow my entrepreneurship or do what it is I was going to do, I was going to make more than being a doctor. I proved them wrong. And so I showed them that I did not have to be a doctor in order to succeed, in order to make money, in order to take care of myself and those around me. Because I was able to prove them wrong, it made them question every self-doubt they had about me. Because I grew up in a family full of girls, and people always they always give me so much shit. Saying, I can't do this, I can't do that. But here's the thing. Them telling me I can't do something doesn't reflect my what is that? Pregnant brain, sorry. It doesn't reflect my limit, it reflects their limit. What they can't do, that's up to them. But I never allow someone telling me I can't do something to stop me. So what I do, I just smile, I'm like, watch me. And I prove them wrong time and time again. And I show them that I can be happy. I don't need a 9-to-5 job. I can take care of myself. I can travel and still make money. And I show them that I can do it. And so, because I was able to prove them wrong in so many aspects, and I literally held their hand, I told them, just trust me. Even if I screw up in this relationship, I'm not going to come home to you crying. And because they never had to clean up my mess, they never have to wipe my tears. If I fell, I picked my butt up and I dust myself off and I kept going. I showed them that I was a resilient weed. They trusted me. And it worked out. So my mom, of course, she go with the whole don't get pregnant, don't have sex. My dad's like, are you sure? Just be here with us. And I'm just going no. I'm gonna move, bye. And they're like, okay, fine. And then they would come and visit, of course. My mom cried for weeks, and then up to the point where when I was leaving, my mom was crying all the time, and her eyes was swollen. I'm like, Mom, I'm fine, I'm happy. And so I call her every day, I let her know that I was fine. After they realized I was happy, they kind of wished me the best. Was I always a realtor? No, I recently became a realtor. How do you deal with loneliness due to a loss of a close friend? It's kind of hard for me to say how to deal with a loss, because that close friend was a two-faced, backstabbing bish. So it was a game that I lost that bish. So yeah. An anatomical. I'm only a year younger than you, but I feel like you have so much more wisdom in life. Love your great advice on how you approach relationship. Thank you so much. I've been watching you for 5 years. Jaslyn Aders. I've been watching you for 5 years, and I love watching you evolve. Love from Indiana. Hello. Kelly J, how do you overcome being unmotivated? I feel like I'm being so drowned in school that I'm so tired. have haters, have lots of haters, have a lot of people who tell you you can't do something and then prove them wrong, and then pop a champagne and just drink the whole bottle in front of them. And celebrate every single time someone tell you you can't do something and you can't. Why did I stay in shape? Because my hater told me that I would lose my metabolism and get fat. That didn't happen. My haters told me that I was, I was a nobody, I was fronting, I have nothing, to prove for, and I was living outside my mean. I proved them wrong on that too. My haters were saying how no one's gonna marry me and that I'm so fake, blah, blah. I found the love of my life. My haters constantly tell me their limits. They're constantly inflicting or putting their limit in life into my life, and I enjoy proving them wrong. So I just pop a bottle of champagne every time and become an alcoholic. So the only negative thing that my haters have done for my life is they created an alcoholic, because I celebrate so many times when I constantly prove them wrong, and they become a fun game. So now my haters are very quiet, but that's okay. I'm pregnant, I can't drink anyways. That's what motivates me. What motivates me, of course, first and foremost, family. I have to do it for myself. But the second and the strongest motivation is hate. I'm a competitive person by nature, so when someone tells me I can't do something, I'm like, watch me. I don't know what you heard about me. That's all I have to do. And my sister know it, And, that's one thing, my sister, a lot of times, though, I can't believe you said that on live show. I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you did that. I'm like, so? Do you know a bigger, badass bish? And they're like, no, I don't. I'm like, exactly. Because, yes, I am everything they think I am. And more. What is your previous job? Oh, girl. Okay, so I was a babysitter. I was a nail tech. I was an interpreter. I was a CNA. I was, what do you call it? Photographer for insurance company, MetLife. What else? I was a model. A beauty guru turned entrepreneur. Turned business owner. Oh, I was a host too. That was my first actual job that lasted for 6 months. 3 or 6 months. Wasn't bad. But that was way in college days. I was also, so now I'm a realtor. Oh no. I was a makeup artist and a hairstylist. I was a designer. And now I am a realtor. I'm a mama. I'm a boss. That's all I have to say to myself. I am a boss. I can't tell you my job. I can't tell you my life yet. But one day I will be a mayor. You just watch me and see. When you see vote for Shantae, that's when you know your girl made it. I am the Daenerys of our time. Just watch me. My husband knows that too. That's the crazy part. He's like, when I see you, I'd see a Daenerys Stormborn. I'm like this. Well, I don't like her life in particular, but I like that she won in the end. So, Nina Vue. There is this guy I've been talking, and he's keep pulling the disappearance act just when things are going smooth. I think he's confused about what he wants. What should I do? Cut him like it's hot and date his best friend to get back at him. Girl. Let no man waste your time. Okay, let no man waste your time. If he doesn't give you 100% of himself now, when he's supposed to, he's gonna give you 0% once he marry you. So, yeah. This is the courting phase. This is when he give it his all. He need to see what it takes to get you, because he need to see if you're worth all the work to keep you. Because what it takes to get a woman is what it takes to keep a woman. So if he's not pulling his weight now, girl, he is not going to pull his weight in your relationship with him. So cut it and run. You need to know how to cut your loss and move on. Technically, it's not a loss. You just didn't waste any more time. Bro, so much. Love you so much from Saudi Arabia. Hello. I know that a lot of things I say could be offensive to a few people, but I don't take myself seriously. I literally have no filter. I just say what I want, when I want, how I feel at the very moment in time. I don't put too much thought into it, so like, don't hate. Cami, can you give us some tip on becoming an entrepreneur? All of your clothing are beautiful. Unfortunately, my clothing was not designed by me, so I would have to credit all of my beautiful clothing on all the designers out there. Hi designer, thank you so much for creating such beautiful clothes for me to buy. Tip on becoming an entrepreneur is this. When you want to succeed, as much as your desperation is to breathe, you will make it. Money is a jealous lover. She is a 10 in cray cray. And this bish, if you make her feel unwanted at all, she'll pack her bag and go to your enemy. So, my number one rule to being an entrepreneur is love the money. Care for the money. Focus on the money. It's always about the money. So, you as a woman, as long as you're 5 and crazy, you are marriage material. Money is a 10 and crazy. It's not about how you can get her, it's how long you can continue to have her in your life. So, the only way to have her is to constantly work at her. To me, what really inspired me to be an entrepreneur is the thought that I would rather work and make myself rich rather than work and make other people rich. Because that's what an entrepreneur is. If you work for someone 9 to 5, you are putting money into someone else's pocket. You're only getting partial of the pay. You're only getting paid for that hourly wage. If you work for yourself, you pocket everything. And you work harder. You fight harder. You put in more time. You put in more effort because your business is your baby. And you can't let that baby starve. It has to grow like a tree. When you stop watering the tree die, okay? You have to focus on the tree. Anatomical. I recently moved in with my boyfriend and my parent got super mad. They told me I can't sleep with him. I'm 27. How do I deal with my religious parent? I told them I'm an adult, but they don't understand. Okay, so really, even if you sleep with your boyfriend, are you going to openly tell your parent, I slept with my boyfriend? No, you're not going to. In their mind, they can tell you, no, you can't have sex with your boyfriend. But what you do behind closed doors is up to you. I'm not saying to lie to your parent, but you are 27. You are a grown-ass woman, okay? I think what they're worried about is if you have sex with him, then he won't marry you, okay? I know it sounds completely awkward, and it's very hard for two people to live in the same house and not have intimacy. You know, because you wouldn't move in with him if you weren't sexually attracted to him, and we as humans were created to procreate. The whole point of men and women coming together is so you can create babies. Yeah. So sexual attraction is there. Do you have to tell your parent about your sex life? No, you don't have to. The less they know, the better. Do I promote waiting to marriage having sex? Yeah, I do. You know, if you can do it, great. If you can't, it's okay. Because you know what? Not everybody know what kind of car they want without test driving. Whatever rock your boat, darling. You can teach him now when you're dating him how to please you, or you can teach him after you marry him, then you teach him how to please you. You know, now he can't leave you anymore, no matter how kinky you are, no matter how freaky you are, he can't leave you because he's married to you, and whatever it is that you secretly like, he has to put up with it. But here's the thing, you too have to put up with his kinky desire once you're married. You are going to get bored, because this is the same person you're going to be sharing your bed with for the rest of your life. The only penis. So, You can put all your money in one basket, or you can try it out. It's up to you. Do you have to share your parent? No. The less they know, the better. Hell, I think my parent thought I was a virgin all the way till, my wedding night. Then it was the for sure thing I wasn't a virgin anymore. I can just see it in my dad's face. Like, he's so in denial. But you know what? That's cool. That's cool. Whatever makes him happy. Who am I to take away his happiness, right? Totally hot chick. You are my role model. You are what I want to be. I just turned 23. Girl, 23 to 25, a lot is gonna change. If you wake up one day, this is for real. If you wake up one day and you feel completely overwhelmed, take a breath, breathe. Okay. You're gonna wake up at 23 to 25. There's this clock that's going to just go ding. And out of nowhere, you're going to feel overwhelmed, like, what am I doing with my life? Where do I go from here? You're going to feel extremely confused. Out of nowhere, you feel the need to grow up super fast. I want you to know it's very normal. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to not have your shit together. Okay? It's okay to not know what you want to do in your life, who you want to marry, where are you going to go from here. Do not overwhelm your partner just because your clock tick. Remember, a man does not grow up till he's 36, so do not show you're crazy. This is, at 20 to 25, you're pushing the number 6 crazy, so please refrain from entering the number 6 crazy and keep staying in the number 5 crazy. Because if you go beyond the number 5 crazy, he will not marry you and you just lost out on another relationship. And you growing up before he does is not his problem. There are other ways to converse, and you can find that release on a pen pal, on your sister. But your husband or your boyfriend is not the person, because right now he's just learning how to conquer or how to win his COD battle. He's just learning how to do this and that. He is not ready for you and your full-on mother mode, because at 23 to 25, your clock goes ding, and out of nowhere you just freak the F out. And you do. I became baby hungry. I'm like, what am I going to do? How am I going to raise my children? Oh my God, I'm not successful enough. Is this enough money for a child? I wasn't even married. I'm sitting there panicking for like a week about how I'm going to raise a child I don't have yet. No. So yeah, calm down. 23, 25. Everything that could go wrong will go wrong. And it's all in your head. And boy, I refuse to incriminate myself with that question, so I will not answer, nor will I read that out loud. The secret TV host, forgive me for many questions, but I really like your advice. What should I do with girls who look down on me just because I'm not wearing brand? What kind of attitude should I give to prove to them it doesn't reflect me? Okay. Just because you're wearing brand name does not mean you're fashionable. Okay? A real fashionista is someone who can make a $30 shirt look like a $300 shirt. That is what makes you a fashionista. Being drowned or covered in designer does not mean you know fashion. Fashion is not a brand name. It is not a label. It's the way you make something inexpensive look expensive. Here's what my friend actually told me. My friend said, you are the type of girl who can wear something from Target, and I would automatically assume it's something from Prada, Chanel, or Dior. Yet another girl can be covered head to toe in Dior, and I would think it's fake and knockoff. It's not what you do, it's not what you dress yourself in, it's how you carry yourself, how you style it. Every one of these accessories or these things that you cover yourself in, it's nothing more but a piece of garment. How you rock it, that passion, that soul, that fashionista, that's in here. That's in here. It's not what you cover yourself in. So for a group of friends who require you to own a certain piece, darling, they don't know fashion. They don't. Because if you have to rely heavily on brand for you to look fashionable, you're not that great of a stylist. Hello Joan3456. Oh my god, I'm so glad you're still here. Love your live video. Thank you. Miley Chang. How long have you and your band been together? Like forever? Oh, he just came home again. I guess he went somewhere. How do you stay so motivated to do what you do? Kinza Biz. I have a great partner, a great team. My husband is a very motivated man. And so when I feel like, I want to slack off or whatever, I technically can. But then when I would see him working hard, then I feel guilty. Then I will have to work just as hard. Because find someone who you care about more than yourself. And when you see him working hard or struggling without you, you want to help him. So when I was young, my motivation was I wanted to take care of my parent. That was my main motivation. I want to make enough money to take care of my parent, take care of my family to where they'll never struggle. And then later on, my motivation to continue to uphold that was my haters. People were always telling me how I couldn't do something, and I'm like, wanna bet? I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna pour myself some champagne, and I'm gonna cheer to this. And then my motivation now is my husband. I wake up every day looking at him and see how hard he works, and our children. So because we're going to be having a lot more children, I know how expensive it's going to be able to provide, because no parent wants to not provide or give the child what he or she will need. So my motivation now is, of course, family and my own little family. So your motivation will change as you change and grow as a person. But for me right now, definitely the baby and my husband. Changcha, how do I stop being so selfish? Because I am the only child, I never have to share anything. I feel like I would be something that would ruin my relationship. Okay, understandable. Knowing that you could be selfish is already the first step to change. Anyone who understands what it is that they lack would more than most likely not make the same mistake. So in my opinion, I feel like as long as you follow the first 3 steps, like ask yourself a certain question, as long as you fall within a certain range, it's different for different people, because I have to use different for different people anyways, but certain questions, as long as you're not pushing the boundary, you should be okay. But let it never be about you. When you're dating, though, it is about you. When you marry, it's not. The person has to deserve you. I still ring true to my advice. Ping Xiu. To be very honest, we are 2 hour and 12 minute in. I think I'm going to end the show right here. Thank you so much for joining me, but I do have to get ready. It is 5:41 and my husband's going to come up at any time to get ready too. So I do have a date, so I will talk to you guys later. See you next time on my next live show. And don't forget to leave me lots of comment on my Instagram, Snapchat, and I will answer your question the next time I'm here. Bye!